Hello guys, Dejamu here, and welcome to the video on Horus, Heresy Legions. You may have seen Karmatos's survey, and as we saw, the Geigor Fellhand was voted the worst Space Wolves Warlord, so I decided to make a deck with him. This is my deck. I also decided, one of the main reasons I've decided to make this deck is because I got Dionysian Spear in the store. Okay, so the Warlord, Geigor Fellhand, Berserk, pretty much his only downside. Otherwise, for 2 energy, deal damage equal to your attack. Works great with Dionysian Spear, because it gives +1 to your Warlord, and Apotheosis. I sadly do not own a second copy. And his initiative is high. Perfect. So, Ansvar, Geigor, with this deck, you want to kill the Warlord before the first few energy rounds, unless, of course, it's Angron. So we have Ansvar Grayslayers. They are great first turn play. You play them, put in play Geigor. You have a 2/3/4 attack with Geigor, and you have a 2/3/4 2 energy. Canis Helix, great if you need just an extra boost to kill the enemy Warlord, 2 attack, and it gives ward, which is also one reason alone to play this card. Colbury Hunters works great with Curse of the Wolfren, and Flank is always useful. Emperor's Executioners, one of the best Space Wolf cards. Aldrim Hunters, great for a turn 2 play, because you play with them, hit with Geigor, Anvar gets a bonus attack, and the Hunters deal 1 damage to enemy Warlord. Great. Curse of Wolfren, I am only running 1 copy, because I'm also running Wolf Spirit, which gives me another copy. Next we have Wolfclaw. I sadly do not own a second copy, otherwise would definitely add 1. We have Jordan Stalker Squad. Once again, would definitely add a second copy if I had one. Valkyrie Seekers. They're great for triggering Pact, because they pretty much never die if they don't get attacked. Informant Network. Always have anti-stealth. That is my motto, I guess. Pi Alpha to heal my Warlord, because he is relatively low compared to, for a face bashy Warlord, he's relatively low health. And removing stun, also always important, especially when you have something like Orphans of War who copy your spear. Then you need some anti-stun. Same Mordor Rhino. I like this because it pulls all of these Astartes out of my deck, which are vital to this deck's success. Wolf Spirit, as I said, Astartes are vital, so here we have 3 more Astartes and a Curse of Wolfren. Jurgen, I could run a second copy, but then I have to sacrifice Defense Satellites, which I do not want to. I already am running 1 copy. Dionysian Spear, an amazing card for this deck. Vengari Veterans, sadly can't run a second copy because I don't have a space. Mount Pharos, I love it, especially after the games that we've seen today. 2 Ragnaroks. Maybe I should run 1 instead and add another Vengari Veterans and take out the Pond of Ymgur and add another Jurgen or Defense Satellites, but I like how it is for now, and 1 Apotheosis. So, the first game is against Peurterabo. I like my hand except Vengari Veterans. Dionysian Spear is the sort of card you don't ever want to replace if you have in your hand. Nice, I have my turn 1 play, my turn 2 play, and my counter play.
Let's see who will be remembered.
Yes, let us see. Peurterabo. So, he is right to try and get rid of my Ansvar as fast as possible. But of course, that makes him get rid of his deal 2 damage to random enemy troop. Guy's really fast. He is preparing his ability. I fully expect him to throw it into my Seekers. But to my surprise, he throws it into Fellhand. I'd say that's a mistake right there. I would have face bashed with Peurterabo, and I would just killed him with Peurterabo, and then not even placed him, because by placing his 5th support squad, he is putting them at great risk. I use the flank guys to take him out. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have saved them for a better occasion and killed him with the sneak attack and face bashed with my warlord.
It's
But
time for decimation.
the mistake was done.
Unacceptable. All of this.
He places viral bombs, flexing my board. I don't mind too much, since he takes the exact same amount of damage as my warlord does. And I'm still 2 health ahead of him. Now is a great time to play Dionysian Spear.
We sink our claws in the heart of a fool.
This is great, especially against Peurterabo, because if he doesn't have his ability charged, even if he does get rid of his stun with like Pi Alpha, he can't use his ability right away. Now, as you see, he wasted his turn there because he couldn't do anything. His 6 energy would gone to waste. You'll see me doing this quite a bit, placing down flank units even though there's nothing to flank. But that's because I want to get them out there on the board, instead of using them the next turn. I'll just continue stunning Peurterabo. And once again, I put in play Vanguard Resonance because I don't want to waste 8 energy. And they'll probably do the exact same thing as they will next turn as they do this turn. And he's done. If I hadn't placed those Resonance, he probably would not have given up. Okay, that was my first win with Geigor Fellhand against Peurterabo, Primarch. Next, we are against Chaos Spawn, beloved card. Now I replace Ponda Vimgar because it's a 9 energy card, not something you want. And once again, Ansvar, turn 1.
We are the All-Father's likeness.
I place Ansvar and hit the Chaos Spawn, so that when the Chaos Spawn attacks Ansvar, it dies. I think that was a mistake. He attacked me instead of placing another Chaos Spawn. I play Hunters and deal 1 damage to enemy warlord while taking out his troop. He kills it with a Seek and Destroy, sadly. And puts in play another Chaos Spawn. I put in play the Seekers and attack the Warlord. He puts in play Priest of Thoros, a card you don't usually see very often. Now what I play the Seekers, yep, and then I take out the Chaos Spawn with my Warlord ability. Now I have to say, at this point I said, well done, Chaos Spawn, you brought this down to a 4 health difference instead of a 10 health difference. Now it was a great time, I think, to play Mount Pharos. There we go. Getting the same demon 2 times in a row. And I pull Barbas, then he don't. I like it. I do not mind. And I hit the Chaos Spawn because I want the Chaos Spawn to die before he can play a greater demon. It's a shame, he does 4 damage to my Mount Pharos and kills my Seekers. takes out Mount Pharaoh. Most people would after seeing that a legendary Orphans of War card was pulled out of it. I use Informer Network so that I can kill the Sashuan with my Warlord. And I attack with Barbas and my Warlords and deal 2 extra damage to the Chaos Spawn. I think he gives up now because he's done for. He can't kill it, can't kill my Barbas. And we're even on health. So that was my second game. Last game is against Lorgar. I liked this starting hand. I didn't mind too much that I didn't have Antoine, so, you know.
Ye are the All-Father's lightning.
Divine victory lies before us.
Now, the first thought I had when I saw that was Lorgar, I was like, I have to kill him fast before he starts getting insanely powerful demons on the board. So, my goal over the first 2 turns is just to deal as much damage as possible. Without, of course, using Wolfclaw, because Wolfclaw is best used with the blade, the Dynesian blade. It's a shame, though, that my squad there was killed. But this is a good time to play the Rhino. One problem that I seem to always be having in this deck is the lack of cards. But there's just so little space left. I've already limited my collection to very few copies of all my cards. I could remove one copy of Informer Network, 1 copy of Ragnarok, and then add maybe another copy of Jurgen, and 1 copy of Lectitio Divinitatis, but I like having 2 Ragnaroks. They're pretty much my only hard one. I do have the Lorgar Veterans, but I use them more for direct damage instead of their heavy removal ability. I'm pretty sure he was hoping to get Survivor 3 with his Demon Host, but unlucky for him. But he does get Survivor 3 on this one. I contemplated for maybe 30 seconds on whether I should use Ragnarok on him. And yes, I chose to. Because if he activates once and activates again because of the Survivor, he's gonna have 2 greater demons on the board, which I don't like. Oh. I definitely could have used the Vanguard Veterans there. I think I didn't do it because I wanted to play Vanguard Veterans along with the Hunters. So I saw that won't work. Okay. Now is a great time to use the Vanguard Veterans, because I don't want that. I want this demon surviving. He gives +1/+1 to all the statues in his deck, though, so that one doesn't get it. See, I'm running low on cards, especially on the starties, so having the Rhino is very important. But of course, Mount Pharos also works, because it adds random starties to your hand. And I must say, Mount Pharos is pretty fun, but it can be pretty bad as well. I was already considering what should I do what should I do in this situation, but then I pulled Emperors and I got created a Lonely Squad. It's not the best card in the game, but it definitely helped me in this situation. So I cleared a 9 energy tactic with 8 energy. That got me scared right there, that move. But lucky for me, I'd put Kaney's Helix. Dark Fury, can't complain. And I pulled another tactic to kill him. I hit him instead of him because I'm hoping that next turn he hits me and I can kill him with his world ability. This doesn't seem too threatening of a position until he returns my guy to my deck. And he goes for his Warlord, his what's it called? Chaos. Whisper of Chaos. He goes for his Whisper of Chaos. I could not kill a Chaos Ball this turn no matter what I did. So it was inevitable that he was going to get his Whisper off. I just tried to delay him getting to my Warlord as much as I could. Once again, thanks to that Mount Pharos, I was able to get a front line and survive.
I am the Minister of Chaos Absolute.
Oh, now he's Lorgar Transfigured. This must be, I think this was my best Mount Pharos round ever. First, you saw I pulled the front line to stay there, and now I pull the Raven. So, you know, casual pull from Mount Pharos. I was so sure I was going to lose that until I pulled the Raven.
We sink our claws in the heart of a fool.
But he gets lucky and gets flank, and then kills my Raven. I was sad. I thought I could win easily that round. My next turn move is pretty obvious. Apotheosis. Corvaden Squad, not too bad. But in this situation, it doesn't help much.
A ripple in the ocean of chaos.
So he uses 4 energy to add 2 demons to his hand.
Yes, well done.
Yes, it also gives him ignore maintenance, but Lorgar Transfigured already has that. One thing I think is important in this deck, and that should not be removed, is Jurgen or any other front line. Because front line is important in this deck. So I stun all his troops. Maybe it was a waste to kill that with the ship, but it was worth it to make my Warlord survive. Because now all he can do is do damage to me, and I stay alive. And, you know, just another casual Raven from Mount Pharos.
We sink our claws in the heart of a fool.
I was gonna lose this if I did not pull that Raven.
A ripple in the ocean of chaos.
I dedicated this match to Mount Heroes. Yeah, so those were my games with Geigor Fellhand. I have been trying a lot with him. I practiced a bit with him in the beginning, then I switched to Greybeard because I thought he might work better. He didn't. I messed around with my best, Conrad Kurds, Nementor, Nerid Kareen, and I went back to Greybeard, lost too many rounds to count, and then Geigor got me back up to, what, 2,150 trophies? Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Yeah.